I've always wanted to make that intro to a video, and I was like, yep, let's do it right now. And I just did it, and that turned out amazing. Give me a hand, everybody. Give me a hand. So let's one remote. Let me find my Roku one. There it is. So let's talk about some movies I watched. But first things up, on my main channel, I reviewed Serenity, so I did watch that. And on my also on my main channel, I did a Dollar Tree haul because I picked up some movies. So let's start with the first thing I watched because I really wanted to watch this movie after I got it in the mail yesterday. Good Burger. I talked about this movie in my Good Burger DVD unboxing, but I haven't rewatched it. It's not as funny as I remember it being. I guess I was just younger. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen it in like a couple of years. But I think it's on Netflix. If it's not, I know it's on Tubi, which is like an app where you can watch like free movies, TV shows. Excuse me. I know like all the Beast Wars or Reboot is on there. I believe Teen Wolf 1 and 2 are there. So if you want to watch that stuff, it's there for free. I believe this is also there. I own the physical copy because that's just how I am. But it's a fun movie. I like. What's his name? Let me see. Make sure I'm getting his name right. Yeah, Abe Vigoda from The Godfather. At least I think he's from The Godfather. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen The Godfather, actually. It's one of my grandpa's favorite movies. He's always watching The Godfather. He's always quoting The Godfather. We always joke about The Godfather. And we both hate Godfather 3. You know, he's in this movie, and he's really weird in this movie. But he's actually, like, I think one of the funniest characters because, like, he's this old guy who's ready to die, and he's in this movie. And he's this Abe Vigoda. Abe Vigoda. He's an amazing actor, and he's in this stupid 90s comedy, which is fun. There's, like, a cameo from Shaq that's really funny. I love how Sinbad's in this movie. He's hilarious in this movie, I think. And it's a fun movie. I don't think it's a great movie or anything, but I think, like, it's still fun. I think if they had toned down Ed's stupidity, it would have been a little bit better, and it would have been a lot more but for overall, it's still good. Like, because at moments, like, Ed's really smart, then he's really dumb. And they also should have toned down the silliness a little bit with, like, them actually going and being locked in a mental hospital. Which is just, like, that's not how it happens. Like, you don't just get locked in a mental hospital. You know, that's not how it works. But, yeah. Good movie. Check that out. But one of the funniest gags, though, I will say in this movie is when they're in the mental hospital. And Ed sees this guy in a straitjacket, and he's like, "Rrr, rrr," and he's just grunting. And he's like, "Here, you want some help?" And he lets him out of it. And then you just hear all these, like, sounds effects. And it's like, there's something horrific, and his eyes are going like, and it's like a quick gag. And there's lots of smart gags like this in this movie. I think people don't give it credit for that. Like, it's not just a dumb, stupid movie. There's some actually legitimately smart gags and fun things about it. Of course, it's stupid in a lot of areas, and it's definitely a kid's movie. But I would say there's laughs for the adults and the family. You know, if you're watching this with your kids or something. I love that movie. Always will. Angels and Demons. This is a Ron Howard film. I'm not going to talk too much about the plot because it's kind of complicated and difficult to explain. Do I have it up? So Ron Howard directed A Beautiful Mind, and I watched this film. I think I bought it at, it was a Goodwill for $2. Brand new. Oh, well, okay, it's not brand new. It was like basically brand new. It plays really well. I loved the film. I think it was a great movie. And so I was at Walmart, I think, like a month or two ago, and this was $5. I was like, Tom Hanks, Angels and Demons? I don't know. Then you see a Ron Howard film in tiny print down there. And one of the best aspects about this movie is the performances are fantastic, but also you have that amazing direction by Ron Howard, the editing, the cinematography. Such a well done movie. It's actually really good. I'm not going to say too much about the plot. I didn't know anything going in. I think this is a film where, like, if you don't know much going in, make it a lot better. So I'd just say, good movie, if not great movie, though some people might be turned off by it, but I think it's great. I really enjoyed rewatching that. And then finally, I popped in this. I want to throw this away. I bought this because I watched Dolittle. I saw it in the theater. Funny thing I gotta say about that is that I read somewhere that was like the most profitable film of the year, even though it was like the biggest bomb of the year, which I totally believe. But so I was at the Dollar Tree and I was like, okay, this is probably terrible. I'll do a bad review or make fun of it or something. It'll be a bad movie because I enjoy watching bad movies, like Mortal Kombat, right? I enjoy that movie. I love that movie. Terrible movie. But it's ridiculously entertaining, really stupid and fun to watch, right? So I love that movie, right? I enjoy bad movies. So I popped it in. Popped in the Blu-ray disc. And within like less than 30 minutes, I had to turn it off. I just had to. I don't think I've definitely turned off movies. But when I've turned off a movie, it's because all right, I'll finish this later or whatever, right? And I go back and I resume the movie. It's never been because I couldn't finish the film because it's so bad. Maybe it's like a film, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to watch this today. I'll watch this another day and I turn it off or something. But just never has it been because this is so bad. So this is about this girl. She talked to animals. And her mom loses her job and they have to move. She swears to never talk to animals. And, it's that base. I already knew where it was going to go. But this is not why the film is so bad. The film is so bad is because when people speak, it is voiceover. Their lips are not moving to the words they are saying within the scene. And I have no idea why this is, but it's so distracting and irritating and incredibly poorly done because you can tell it's not done. It's either not done by the same people acting in the scenes or it's not done well enough. It's some of the worst voiceover I've ever heard in my life, but it's so bad and so noticeable that I cannot watch this movie. It made me want to just turn it off. And I did. I can't ever watch this ever. Ever. It was so bad. There's a point where these girls come out and they're petting their dog and they're saying all these lines and I'm like, okay, but your lips are not moving to what you're saying. You're speaking, but what you're speaking is not how your lips are moving. It is not moving at the correct lip movement for you to be saying that. It is so incredibly poorly done. It is honestly some of the worst it's one of the worst things I've ever seen in a movie. It is so bad. I think the Dolittle movie, even though that movie was awful, it's better than this. Oh my gosh. I thought this would just be a basic talking animal movie. It'd be bad. Maybe even have some weird moments. I'd be eh. But I thought it would just be a basic talking animal movie that's bad. But no. No. I'm honestly, I swear to you, this movie is so bad and it's so cheaply made that no one should ever watch this, and I'm literally going to throw it away. I'm just going to throw it away. No joke. You think I'm kidding. Here, I'll prove it. Worst dollar I've ever spent. I'm not even kidding. I'm legitimately angry because, I bought movies at the Dollar Tree that have been really bad and stuff like that. I've done that. I bought tons of things at the Dollar Tree that have broken in 5 minutes. But it didn't leave me feeling as cheated as that did. It's just because, why? Why is it that bad? And so, like, I want to look it up, but I also don't because I don't care about it that enough. I just feel cheated and pissed off that that was made and sold to people. And it was probably sold to more people for more money before it hit that Dollar Tree shelf. Anyways, let's go to my Disney Plus. I did watch Tron Uprising some more. I think I'm on like episode 18 or 17. So probably by tonight I'll be finished with the show and I'll be able to review the show on my main channel, Kabam Studios. I really like that show. Though I think I think the show is good, but it kind of gets repetitive at times. It's a little irritating for me personally. But, yeah. Let's get to the Marvel. Let's get to the Marvel section. I need to review, honestly, watch more of these Marvel shows on here because some of these are actually pretty good. But I'm on season 3 now. I only watched the first 2 episodes, and the first 2 episodes were kind of eh. And I watched the last 2 episodes of season 2, and they were also kind of eh. So that's all I really have to say about it. They were kind of eh. But yeah, that's everything I watched. So if you're done hearing about everything I watched, I'm going to go into some of the things I picked up or I'm watching on Netflix tonight because they drop at midnight, and I'm going to be reviewing them as soon as I finish watching them. Not sure when that will be, but I'm going to stay up late and do that. I tend to do this a lot. Oh, that okay. So okay, Cobra Kai is actually hitting Netflix. So what that means is, I guess this was announced and it wasn't aware. So if you don't know, YouTube made Cobra Kai, right? It was this YouTube series, and you can watch Cobra Kai for free, I believe, like on YouTube right now. I don't know if that's still a thing, but was a thing for a while. And there were only 2 seasons. Season 2 ended on this massive cliffhanger, huge one. Okay, so YouTube ditched Cobra Kai. They didn't cancel it. So it was like, they're like, yeah, we're not going to make it anymore, but if someone else wants to pick up the show, sure, you could do that. And so the fact that it's coming to Netflix August 28th means that's, and it also is labeled as a Netflix series. What that means is that Netflix has picked up Cobra Kai and is going to continue the show. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of these things where they just play without you telling it to. You know, it's like I have this here. I'm browsing through stuff, and you're trying to play. Like, what the hell? Right, but anyways, what I'm saying is, the fact that it's coming there means season 3 is going to drop there. What the hell? Why is the Muppets Most Wanted coming to Disney Netflix? And Muppets Most Wanted, like, why are these here? I thought they were a Disney Plus thing. This is why I own stuff, because it's freaking weird. You know what? Oh, Erased is coming to Netflix. If you don't know, Erased is like a really popular anime that Chris Stuckman's talked about. It's super expensive on Blu-ray. Last I checked, it was like $138, and there's like, what, 2 seasons? And I've always wanted to watch it. It's not Netflix exclusive, but I've always wanted to watch it. It's just like, I'm never going to pay a price like that. I think the reason why it was so expensive was like out of print. And basically, like this guy's an adult, right? And he ends up trapped in someone else's body, and has to like figure out some murder. It's kind of more complicated than that. I haven't seen the show. I don't really remember the full concept of the show, but when I heard the concept, I was like, yes, I need to watch that. That sounds amazing, right? And I just never did, and I've always needed to, but but now that it's coming to Netflix, I'm hyped. Um, okay, so we got this Netflix limited like kind of documentary series, um, and it's called High Score. Comes out tonight, midnight. I'm gonna watch that. I don't know how many episodes it is, but I'm gonna watch that. Um, trying to find it. That's weird because I thought there was two things. I know Lucifer comes out Friday. The Netflix sleepover movie comes out Friday. John Was Trying to Contact Aliens comes out Friday. Class of '83 comes out Friday. And then you got this, The Crimes That Bind Us come out Friday. Sweet, I had all these reminders set. Now I can't even remember what the crap I actually was planning to watch. So it's Netflix just has way too much freaking content coming out, honestly. Way too much. It is not possible to keep up with how much content they have going out. Right now it's acceptable, I would say, because we're in a quarantine and people want new stuff to watch, since they can't go to like theaters or go like to the store to buy a newer movie or something, right? But like still, it's just like, it's like you guys need to stop. Oh, they got another anime movie coming out August 28th. I'm gonna watch that. They said a reminder, I did. Okay. What else we got coming out? I guess that's it. But I'm just saying, I have stuff like that I watch and I always want to watch and check out and on Netflix, and I have tons of reviews for them. But it's just like they just have so much. That's why I never try to keep up with Netflix beforehand like this. Also, just they've never had content I'm interested, and I don't think they've ever had a section like this that makes it as easy as it is for me to go in there, check what's in the latest, add reminders to the stuff coming out I want to watch. So I know the date it's coming out. Netflix is going to tell me. I'll go check it out, watch it. I'll be like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And yeah, but I think Disney Plus just makes it a lot easier. Granted, they'll get more content. They'll probably have like 3 movies dropping one day or something. I'm kidding, but like that could be possible, but I doubt it. But you know what I mean? It's a little bit easier. They don't have as much content, and they drop everything on one day, so it's clean, it's concise. You don't have to like, this is dropping Monday, this is dropping Tuesday, these are both dropping Wednesday, this is dropping Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's like Sunday, but it's like, okay, but why don't you just drop it on a normal day? I don't know. It's just like drop it one day of the week. But it's because Netflix has so much content they can't do that. But it's like, but that's the problem. You have so much content that people don't even know what's coming out anymore, and you're like spending billions of dollars when you should just make like fewer shows because like no one's watching as many shows as you're making. It's like, calm down, stop it. I'm really excited for what's going on Disney Plus this Friday. That one and only Ivan movie. The early reviews have been actually pretty positive. It's got Bryan Cranston in it, or Bryan Cranston. Sorry, I always say his name wrong. He's a great actor. I love him. He's Chief in Isle of Dogs. He's a really good voice actor. And Danny, he plays one of the live action roles within the movie. Danny DeVito is also in the movie, and I believe he plays the grill. I'm not exactly sure on that. And the trailers were like amazing. They kind of were your basic average talking animal trailers. The ones that are like uplifting. It kind of reminded me of Dumbo, and it's like, oh, but like it didn't really show you anything about the movie except, wow, we got talking animals, and it's supposed to be fun and upbeat and a family movie. It's like, okay, but I already knew this. But anyways, I guess the film was like a theatrical release that they didn't put out or whatever, and that's kind of sad that they didn't put it out because I really like those actors and I probably would have done well maybe, but I guess they were supposed to put it out last week in theaters and then they couldn't do that due to Disney Plus, which makes sense. But this movie probably wouldn't have done gangbusters, but I don't know. It just looks like from the trailers I didn't realize it was a movie that was supposed to go to theaters. I thought, wow, this has a lot of money put into it for a movie that's going to Disney Plus. But when I heard it went to theaters, I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. And when I saw another ad for it later, I was like, yeah, that does look like really cinematic. So it's a shame it's not going to theaters. But that's the sad thing. What people don't realize is without theaters, money spent on like those types of movies won't be spent anymore. There won't be high quality movies anymore. Right? You think about like Star Wars, they spend like $300 million. I don't know, like, what do they spend, like $200 million a movie, right? Or whatever. That movie costs that much money and then they make it back within the box office. But Netflix doesn't make that kind of money on their movies. Why do you think Netflix movies are made? Like, I think the most expensive Netflix movie is like 150 million, 100 million, compared to Star Wars, like 250 million, There's a difference there. And that's because they just don't get the same amount of returns. And so I'm like, is this what we really want to do? Because I don't really want to do this. I think you all should go back to the theater because the theater is a great experience. People are like, tell me, well, there's nothing at the theaters. It's like people don't even know what's going on at the theaters. It's like, number one, you don't go. Number two, wow, I only know about the big blockbusters coming out. I don't see anything else. So what do you mean there's nothing else? You don't know about anything else because you probably don't look up your theater chain, look up their listings and go, what's this movie? You probably look at their list and go, well, that's not a big blockbuster. I'm not going to go see that. And so it's like, I don't know. And then they also have, like, I believe, episode 4 of Muppets Now, which, of course, I'm watching all those episodes. And then next week they have episode 5, and then we got Phineas Ferb Canyon Against the Universe. So let me say, I'm super excited about. I'm also cautiously optimistic because I haven't enjoyed the creators of that show's other works since Phineas and Ferb. Like, I enjoyed all the seasons somewhat, but those last two were kind of end of me. And then, like, Milo Murphy's Law is just like, I don't like that show. It's not a bad show. It's not a really horrible show or something, but like, I might, but I'm excited for that movie either way because I'm a fan, and as a fan, I want things to be good. So if it's not good, I'll be disappointed, but I'll still watch it just for the chance that it might be. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm hoping to watch some other movies tonight before those things on Netflix drop and do some other stuff tonight. But I'm just kind of, I don't know. But yeah, let me know all your thoughts on all the movies and things I talked about here tonight or in this video. I'm tired. Let me know what you're looking forward on Netflix coming out this week. Let me know any TV shows or movies that you're currently watching down below in the comments stuff. And just remember, it's my man. My man. My man.